we got here? Sample. Bunch of stuff here. What the heck is that? What's this? Mexican treats. I'm just gonna rate them honestly, and I'll make a suggestion with each one. Where it rates low, I guess I'll figure out an alternative use for it. So, pecans. That's not candy, is it? No. They're raw though. That's really good. I can't express the importance more to like nuts that are raw, especially. It seems like, is it appropriate to say this? There's a reason they call it. There's a reason they call it nuts. Call them nuts. And other things having to do with nuts. Because it makes a person healthier. It might make healthier kids too. Because there is a very big noticeable difference. It can be like twice. It can be like, I don't know, twice as wow. As far as, just different. I don't know. There's just something about them that you know would be probably better for people trying to have kids. For people trying to have kids, definitely have raw nuts. As many as you can. Probably try the different kinds on an empty stomach. Oh my god, these are so good. It doesn't have sugar. This is honestly sweet though. It doesn't have sugar, but it's sweet. So healthy. I like to crush it up and put it in oatmeal, but honestly, not really. I just do that when I'm in a rush to put some food in me. It's better to have oatmeal 2 hours before nuts. Better to have oatmeal 2 hours before nuts. But that's not necessarily true. It depends, because sometimes your body might prefer what they call complete proteins or whatever, which would be either like eating something from an animal or mixing something like oatmeal with nuts. But if you want to have energy all day, chills all over your body, and just feeling like you're not going to run out of energy, and you're going to do much better at your job. Try combining your food a certain way, where it's only fruit in the morning on an empty stomach, 20 minutes between each fruit, and 20 minutes before eating anything. That's ridiculously important. Don't have juice or anything like that. Water. Because juice will actually ruin your day, potentially. If you have juice, it'll be too much sugar at once. And then it'd be like having a cigarette. It suddenly takes all your energy. But you'll get like chills all over your body and be full of energy if you do the food combining thing. I promise you it's worth it. When I have had to do things like eat hospital food or something like that, I can't tell you how much more enjoyable the meal becomes when like worshiping the food and treating it like it needs to be eaten properly. What I mean by that is eat all the fruit, wait 20 minutes, then eat all the rice or something like that, then wait 2 hours, and then eat the potatoes. Or 2 hours between like things. You're not supposed to sit there with your food for 2 hours, but if it's a hospital or something like that, maybe you can, and it will really help with like, I don't know, stretching, working out, being able to read, stuff like that. How sad those mental health treatments they've had are absolutely evil and wrong. Trying to treat them with medication. It's so sad. I definitely want to remain a lawyer for those people. Okay. Let's see what about these Mexican candy things. What should I do? Honestly, those pecans are so good. I feel really good. I feel like I'm full of energy. Maybe I should just not have any candy. Those pecans were really good. Only $2. Wow. I could have definitely had another bag. I'm craving them still. But yeah, a starch, a protein, stuff like that. But you don't want to stop eating. Dieting is not good, really. But maybe I mean, like because you want to keep eating, like I think it's better to have snacks all day than have meals, because it depends though. If you haven't eaten enough with those snacks, then you're going to want to have a meal. But if those snacks are big enough to be like a meal, then do that. Make them healthy and do it all day. Don't stop. Like, vegetables you can have with anything. You can have as many vegetables as you want all day. And that won't interfere with your food. So while you're waiting between proteins or starches for 2 hours between each one, you can have vegetables. And if you follow that combining food properly thing or whatever to get the most energy, it definitely works. And it really, really helps a person get a lot more work done. A person will feel you'll have so much more energy, because in the morning when you had the orange, like eat the inside of the peel with it and stuff like that, so you had that fiber with it, not the outside of the peel but the inside of it, so you had that fiber calcium stuff with it, right? So it's like super pulpy. And then wait 20 minutes between your next fruit or meal, before breakfast, and then once you have oatmeal or something, wait 2 hours. You can have vegetables and stuff at that point, and then in 2 hours you could have corn with vegetables and stuff, and then 2 hours later have potatoes, 2 hours later have beans, and then 2 hours later have nuts. You just don't stop doing that and have vegetables all day. If you do that, you will seriously not only like look a lot healthier, you'll feel it way more. You'll feel it way more. It's honestly, it'll make food, because of like cutting off, if you cut off dairy, it'll make food taste so much better. So it'll just feel like every time I come across food, I'm like worshiping it. I'm wanting it. I'm grateful for it. Um, and then if I want to um, do something that might help me pass out or something, um, that would be where. That's not really true though, because you might stay awake from having acid reflux. But if you mix things, it can make you tired, because one of the things that your body that drains your energy the most, according to some people, would be creating the stomach acids to have those enzymes to break down different things, right? Um, so if a person eats like meat or mixes a bunch of things, um, the stomach acid, to break it down, takes a lot of energy to create that. So you might just want to feel like sitting, like you can't do anything, like you just sit down because you ate food and you're like, oh, I'm lazy, I'm just gonna be lazy. Um, but what I'm saying with the food combining thing, you'll never feel that way, and you will get so much more done every day. Um, I used to feel about 4 hours of, I guess, serotonin releases and stuff, serotonin, dopamine, stuff like that in the morning. For about 4 hours, I would feel chills all over my body and stuff, and it was from being healthy. It was from being healthy. So, so I mean, it's definitely worth it, and it will also make you feel so much more attractive, because you'll notice that you don't smell nearly as bad once you've gotten the toxins out. At first, you might actually smell worse because you're getting the toxins out, but then once you've done it for a little while, you'll be able to wake up in the morning next to somebody else and not have bad breath, um, compared to what it would have been if you weren't having, you know. It's good to have a lot of things that have like water in it. Um, Bell pepper. If you have a bell pepper every day, that's one of the most important things to avoid getting sick. Um, Bell peppers. Um, I like spices for getting the endorphins, the endorphin rush, or just working out. Working out and taking spices is good for getting endorphin rush. I like to, um, when I do actually eat meat, I would, um, something like salmon, raw salmon with the wasabi. I like, kind of like that, or that rush there too. That might be. Is that healthy or is it bad? That horseradish kind of rush. Is that healthy or is that bad? I mean, spices, because it'll raise your blood pressure. I mean, not your blood pressure. It'll raise your heart rate and stuff like that. So it might be good for your blood pressure. Um, but yeah. Anyways, let's sample this stuff and see if it's good. Pecans, probably the best out of all of these. Definitely. I really don't. I really don't think anything will compare to the pecans. But let's see. The pecans they actually tasted sweet. That's so surprising. The ingredients, well, it's listed: raw pecans,